Happy morning to all my friends and good wishes to my students. After a long time, I'm able to contact you over Facebook. My dear young friends, today I would like to explain you about Kaizen. Kaizen, a Japanese word which means practice of continuous improvement in performance and productivity. A continuous improvement in performance and productivity is the meaning of Kaizen, is the meaning of the Kaizen. So, it is a Japanese word derived from two words. Combination of two Japanese words gives a new word Kaizen. Kai means change in Japanese language. Zen means good. So Kaizen means change for better, change for good. So not necessarily always in performance and productivity. Kaizen means a change for better, a change for good. So it was started in Japan after Second World War. Mostly in 1950s, Toyota Group brought this concept, but it was broad prominence, it was popularized, it was spread to the every corner of the globe by Masaki Imai. Masaki Imai established institutions to explain, to teach about Kaizen, and that spread to every part of the world. So that was done in 1985. And today, to improve the performance in an organization and also to improve the productivity of the organization, people follow Kaizen. So that is about the history of Kaizen. There are 10 basic principles of the Kaizen. The first one is never stop. Never stop. There is an area for improvement in everyone's life. But don't be in your comfort zone. I have enough money. I have enough friends. I have a lot of resources. I am happy. There is no problem for me. Don't think like that. Come out of your comfort zone. That's why never stop. There is an area for improvement in everyone's life. No matter how successful you are, you may be the most successful person today. Still you can get more success if you come out of your comfort zone. So please come out of the comfort zone and never stop working hard, never stop doing. So the second principle of Kaizen is eliminate old practices. Change is inevitable in everybody's life, in every part of the nature. After all, there is a process of change called as organic evolution proposed by Charles Darwin. Living organisms are subjected to change. Everyone is subjected to change. Always try to invent new things. Always eliminate old practices. So let go of former habits, even if they seem to have some benefit to you at the time. So because of old habits, you may be benefited, but that's not enough. And always try to find out new things, because change is inevitable part of the life, and not only life, even nature. That's why eliminate old practices. Then third important principle of Kaizen is be proactive. Stop hesitating because possible hurdles that you foresee and move forward toward your goal. This is very, very important. Proactive. That what Stephen Covey called it as proactive. Robert Schuller called it as possibility thinking. And so thinking in a better way. So that is pro and stop hesitating, doubting because possible others. When you take up the new ideas, when you take up new methods, naturally we get lot of doubts. So we doubt that methods, we doubt that practices which we are going to implement. So don't hesitate to implement the new things. Think in a lateral way, think in a different way, and so be proactive, and so that what happens, and move forward, removing your doubts, your doubts, be forward, so that you can achieve your goal. Then the fourth one is don't assume new methods will work. Sometimes, so if you take a new method from others, that may work, may not work. Sometimes it may be failure result also. A method which is worked for another one person may not be useful to you, may not be fit for you, may not work for you, doesn't matter. So you can again adopt a new thing, but don't assume that the method worked for one person is universal. That can be also be useful to you. And another important principle is make corrections. See, everybody makes mistake. No one is an exceptional. We are all human beings. When we make mistakes, always try to correct them. Learn lessons from those mistakes, not to repeat those mistakes, and then only you will be the most productive man. So make corrections. Recognize the areas in your life that can use for improvement, and make relevant corrections to help you progress. So somehow, say procrastination is a habit I have. So that causes waste of lot of time. So try to change and make a correction. Avoid procrastination. Stop procrastination. So then empower all employees to speak up. This is very important. You should not be autocratic. As a boss, you should be a motivator. As a boss, you should be a guide. As a boss, you should be a philosopher. And don't always exhibit authority. And always try to invite the suggestions from your employees who are actually facing the problem, who are actually dealing the day-to-day affairs. So always empower all employees to speak up. Allow your employees to speak up. Encourage your friends and family to make suggestions if they see things that you could work on. That is very important. Constructive suggestions, constructive criticism always will help you to improve. And then another one, crowdsource. Learn from other people and get some new ideas on things you can add to your routine to create continuous improvement. And so lot of ideas come to lot of people. So when those ideas are expressed, if you feel that can be useful for our organization, for you, for improvement, you can adopt it, you can take it. So that's why don't think you are the only intelligent. You can only get the better ideas, or your colleagues only can get better ideas. Not like that. Everybody can get a better idea. So when a better idea comes out, think, and if it is useful, you can adopt it. So practice the 5-way method. This is very important. So what happened, when a problem arises in an organization, you must find out the root cause of the problem. Then only you will get the solution. When a problem arises in an organization, the best way to solve that problem is to find out the root cause of that problem. To find out the root cause of that problem, we have a method, asking why, like that 5 times. So then you will find the root cause, then you will be able to solve it. by continuing to ask yourself why, you are likely to find the real reason behind the problem. And another one, important one, be economical. Consider specific things you can save money on each week and stop buying them. So always introspect whether you are using your money in a better way or not. Can you save some amount of money by the way you are spending for the improvement of the organization, for getting more productivity? And if you feel that you can reduce the expenditure in one area so that you could save certain amount of money, do it. So always introspect yourself where you are spending more unnecessarily, where you are spending less than the required amount to be spent. Reduce there, utilize here. Always introspect. That comes under be economical. So the last one, the 10th point, don't stop. The first one is never stop. The last one is don't stop. Never consider yourself to be finished. Improvement has no limits and can be continued on an infinite level. As I told you in the beginning also, and so you should come out of your comfort zone. There is no limit for the improvement. So you can improve to any extent and you cannot describe it in words. And so there is no limit for improvement and it is at the infinite level. So, and don't think that you are satisfied and you are happy, and so you will get more happiness when you continuously improve. And so this is about the Kaizen concept. It is a Japanese concept, and Japanese improved like anything. And even though 2 of their cities were bombarded, yesterday was the 9th, one city was bombarded, 6th, if I remember correctly, in the 1945, August 6th and 9th, and in those both cities, Hiroshima and Nagasaki, were bombed by US forces on 6th and 9th, if I remember correctly, after Japanese forces attacked the Pearl Harbor in Hawaii Islands at Honolulu in Pacific Ocean. America entered in the Second World War. Up to that time, US was neutral. US did not enter in the Second World War. Once Pearl Harbor near to Japan in Pacific Ocean, then that was attacked by the Japanese forces. Then they entered in the Second World War. And so Truman was the president, I think, at that time. So he ordered for bombing those cities. So Japan and German alliance was so aggressive at that moment. After bombs were thrown on those two cities, so Second World War ceased. Second World War stopped. So that was the history, and this is the Kaizen. Toyota improved to such an extent because of this principle only. And my dear young friends, especially my students, and follow these principles, my students, and improve your career. Thank you to one and all.